Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the New York Jets rebuild. So, this team is very young. They're not very good. So, we're going to hope that they could stay on track of being young and good. But we'll see how it takes us. My first go around of a YouTube series. So, I do have a rule of thumb. I am going to leave pre-existing injuries on. So, since I'm starting this a little late, if players were hurt in the preseason and or in training camp, anytime that training camp was going on, I will leave their injury. If they were injured like Mekhi Becton in week 1, I am not going to be taking them out because they weren't out in time where I would be starting. So I'm going to put it on all Madden for now because I tried some all pro stuff in my own franchise that just I do for fun. And at the end of the first quarter was 35-28. I know it's kind of cool, but I don't think that should be a score, nor is it realistic, and I am trying to do a realistic rebuild. So I will take on as Robert Saleh as the head coach of the New York Jets. So we're starting in the preseason, so I'm going to go ahead and load this up, and I'm going to give a quick little roster breakdown. So let's go to manage, adjust lineup. So I know that this is going to be a huge surprise for everyone, but this guy right here, Zach Wilson, I think he's going to be the future of this team. I know, big shocker. Not a lot of people would guess that. It's not like they took him second overall or anything. But the young Barbie boy out of BYU is going to be the future of this team. I mean, he showed promise in week 1 against the Panthers, but it wasn't anything too good because the O-line just completely struggled, which is something I'm going to try and upgrade throughout the series and make sure that he has a good O-line around him so that he has time in the pocket, unlike he did in week 1, where the Panthers defenders were just all over him. Pause. But yeah, it was just insane. He had no time in the pocket. So we're going to hope to upgrade the O-line, make sure he's solid and keep him stout in the pocket. But he's probably the guy. He is the guy going forward. So next position group, we're going to go on to the backs. We drafted Michael Carter, 3rd round pick this year out of North Carolina. It was him and Javonte Williams, both came out of North Carolina. But Carter, I think, fell a little bit farther than I had expected. So, solid pickup for the Jets. They need a running back, so. But going into this, I'm going to leave this competition completely open. Probably favor Carter a little because he's a rookie. We want to keep the team young and developed. So, he'll probably get a little bit of leeway. But, Tevin Coleman could run away with the job. Ty Johnson, Josh Adams. I'm pretty sure we have Michael P. Ryan. Anyone's job this is to take. So, next we'll go on to the receivers. Corey Davis. I believe he was the 6th pick to the Titans out of Western Michigan. He's still only 26. He got a contract. Let's see, I think it's 3 or 4 more years. So he probably will be our number 1 receiver until then. Yeah, 2023 is locked up. And it's not a bad contract. It's nothing too cap crazy. So we'll try and explore him as the number 1. But Jamison Elite Crowder, that is marketed by Walter Pick, so shout out to him. But Jamison Crowder, he's pretty good. He's 28, I think it said. Yeah, 28, so not super young, but not super old, so he's definitely going to have a role on the team. And then we have the rookie that we drafted in the beginning of the 2nd round, Elijah Moore. Those 2 guys are going to be fighting it out for the slot, and then I'll be switching it around throughout the preseason to see who gets the slot, who gets the outside out of the 2. I'm going to move Denzel Mims up in the order of receivers. I do think that he should get more targets. I don't see Kalen Cole really being a huge factor on this team. So I'll leave it as Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, Elijah Moore, and Denzel Mims as our top guys for now. Tight end, we really don't have anything special. Croft's good at blocking, but he's probably 28, 29 now. Yeah, 28. Not really going to be looking to go forward with him in the future. Maybe he'll be a backup tight end, just be a good blocker. But next, going on to the O-line, we have Mekhi Becton. My goal is to keep him here as long as this franchise goes. Very young, very good out of Louisville last year. Great pick by them. He is doing phenomenal. He did just get hurt, but we will have him because it was before, I believe, we should be taking injuries. So he'll be with us for the whole franchise. We want to keep Zach Wilson's spine side all good. So he's going to be the guy. I mean, there's no one else. He's got superstar development, which is huge. I think him and pretty much Penei Sewell are the two young guys with superstar on the O-line, so we definitely want to keep him around. Then we have Elijah Vera Tucker. We took him, I think, 16th in the draft this past season. And, I mean, very versatile O-lineman. He's going to have a decent development trait because he's hidden. So, I mean, he literally gives versatility. He can go play anywhere on the O-line. I mean, we don't want him at left tackle, so he can play any of the interior spots at the right tackle. But, I mean, the right side definitely isn't as good, nor is the center. So if they start struggling, maybe we'll move Vera Tucker over there to help. But right now, the left side's looking really good. So center, right guard, and right tackle, they're definitely going to be positions that I want to upgrade. Probably next offseason, whether it's through the draft or free agency. So then going on to the defense. We have a decent defensive line. Carl Lawson would definitely be a big piece to have, but sadly he's out due to injury. Tore his Achilles in camp, so we will not have him for this first season. He got a nice contract, so hopefully he'll bounce back for us. As of now, though, we have Shaq Lawson's in, John Franklin Myers. Those two guys are probably going to be fighting it out this season. Whoever has the better season will get the opposite side of Carl Lawson. And then we'll probably look to move on from the other. Because I know Franklin, he's still pretty young, so he's probably coming up on a contract year. So between the two of them, whoever plays better will get the spot. And then Carl Lawson's going to probably slide right back in as a starter. We have Quinn Williams, just like Becton. I want him here for a very long time. I think he could be an anchor. Very good 3-tech defensive lineman. He'll be getting pressure for us. So that leaves us to Fatu Kasi and Sheldon Rankins. Those two guys will be fighting it out for the DT2 spot. Another camp battle, preseason battle that we'll have going on between the two of them to see who's going to play against alongside Quentin Nelson. Then moving on to the linebackers, I do want to move CJ Mosley back into middle linebacker. That's what I know him as, and I think he'd probably be best considering that we don't have a very strong linebacker group. I'd rather have him play in the middle, kind of anchor it down, be the captain of the defense. So with doing that, we will have him over here at middle linebacker. Quincy Williams, will give him a shot since he was a third-round pick, I believe, 2 years ago. So he definitely will be getting a shot. And then we have Blake Basham. Yeah, Blake. So we're definitely also going to be looking at linebacker group needs to be upgraded. So hopefully Quincy could play well. He's still very young. So we want to see some growth from him. So next we'll go on to the safeties of the secondary. So we have Marcus May. We just locked him in, I'm pretty sure, on a long-term deal. I don't think he got tagged. It should be a long-term deal. Let me double-check that. No, he did just get tagged. So we're going to have to re-sign him. Definitely want to bring him back. And then we have Joyner. This is one that I don't remember what contract he got at all. How much longer he's here. So yeah, one-year deal. That's good. I mean, we could, with May being so versatile as a safety, we could play him over at strong safety. And I want to look at Redwine. I believe right now he's going to be playing our slot corner because, I mean, you guys could see it. They look awful down there. So we'll probably have him as the slot corner, see how he does. And then maybe once we probably let Joyner go, he's 30 already. Maybe we'll bring him back on another expiring deal. But move May over to strong safety and see how Redwine develops this year. Maybe he could be the new free safety with May at strong. But we will look into these corners. So we have Bryce Hall, not the TikToker. I know it's sad. But right now he's our best corner. I mean, 88 speed, but 71 man, 74 zone. I'm going to say it right now. I think probably our number one spot that we're going to be looking in the offseason is this secondary because it is just that atrocious. I mean, Bryce Hall, I think he was the first corner, like, draft-wise taken in rounds. So let me double-check that. I think he was like a 5th-round pick, which is, 5th rounder, and he was the first corner taken out of all the corners we have on the roster. So that is not good at all. The other guys are 5th, 6th, and undrafted guys. So we're definitely going to be looking. Maybe there's going to be a guy on the trade block throughout the season that just needs a contract or something like that, where the team just wants to get rid of him before they have to pay him. But that's pretty much like the team overview. We'll go to special teams. I don't want Crowder getting any returns, so we'll make Barrios the returner on punts. And then, yeah, Ty Johnson, Kalen Cole, they could definitely do that. But we don't want Elijah Moore, Michael Carter, Jamison Crowder, any of these key pieces on our offense to get any sort of injury or be worn out from doing returns. So that's where I kind of stand with that. McGovern, yeah, that's fine as a long snapper. We might need a new kicker. Amendola is not the best, as his overall says. So maybe we'll bring in a guy and let there be a little bit of competition in the preseason, see who really deserves the spot. So yeah, as I said, we have Redwine as our slot corner. I mean, that's going to be a complete feel out. See who plays well in the preseason and then go with it going into the season. And then we have Sheldon Rankins, Quinn Williams as our rush tackles, and then Franklin and Lawson as our ends. Same thing as the normal lineup. Then we have Mosley, Basham, and Casham and Quincy Williams. That's fine. I mean, we don't have a very deep linebacker group, so we'll just kind of leave it the way it is. And running backs, completely open. There is anyone's job. Anyone could be the power back. Anyone could be the third down back. Anyone could be the starting back. It's really an open competition. I have no clue where it's going to go right now. And then slot receiver, we'll move Elijah Moore up. But, yeah, pretty much whoever plays better in the slot and whoever plays better outside. I'm going to change that for each game. And then going into the third game, I'll probably see who does better. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So whoever plays better in that spot, we'll play them there in the third preseason game. And then we'll just kind of feel out throughout the season which one we like where. I mean, it could be interchangeable for the whole season. So I don't know where that's going to go or what's going to happen with that. So I'll leave you guys looking at our future, Zach Wilson, while I talk about what to expect from this season. This team isn't very good. I'm going to keep it straight up. They're not very good. I'm targeting the 4 to 7 win range. If Zach Wilson just plays well, he doesn't get sacked too often, and the defense gets some pressure, maybe Corey Davis looks really good, or one of the running backs sprout out as the guy, and then we know which one we really want, then I will be very happy. I do want to lock up Marcus May. He is one of our offseason tasks that we need to do. I mean, if there's any D linemen, I think Franklin's probably coming up on a contract. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure where Shaq Lawson stands. But between the two of them, we'll have to figure out who's the starter alongside Lawson, the other Lawson, Carl Lawson. We'll have to figure out who we want there. And then if either of them are up on contract, that could definitely influence the decision. But we'll have to see. I mean, we could end up all just keeping all three. I'm not sure what kind of contracts each of them have and everything. So we'll have to see what makes sense financially and how we'll do it depth-wise, because we still want to have depth as a team. So we definitely need to. That's what we're going to be looking at preseason too. Brandon Bean, Bills GM, said it best. You like watching the third and fourth quarters of these preseason games just to make your team better. You see, is their fourth string or fifth string middle linebacker better than ours? Okay, maybe what happens if he clears waivers? Maybe we bring him in. Maybe we bring him in as a practice squad guy. So we definitely have to keep watch while we're playing these preseason games on who plays well, who doesn't, and maybe make our team a little bit better in between where that period is before the season, and we don't have to make like any trades or anything like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for that. Also, so you guys know what to expect for uploads. I'm going to probably be uploading every Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the goal right now. So you'll get basically a game, 3 games a week, 1 game per episode. I'm going to roll this out, I believe, either tonight, Thursday night, or Friday afternoon will be that. But I'm just going to pretty much do preseason highlights is what I'm thinking. Do all the preseason games. That'll come out either Friday or Saturday, depending on when I upload this video. And I'll see from there. And then for Monday, you guys can expect week 1, Wednesday, week 2, and we'll be caught up by Friday for week 3. So that's kind of the goal, and then we'll keep that same thing, game a week. So I'm really excited for this franchise. I hope this guy, Zach Wilson, can take us to the promised land like so many Jets fans do hope in real life. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment any suggestions, anything like that you guys want to see done in the franchise in the comments below. And you guys have a good one.